when schools went remote this year, my next guest zigzagged across LA to bring a care package to every one of his 24 fifth grade students, safely distancing, of course. He's what we call best in class. Say hello to teacher Kevin Butler, y'all.
How are you?
Okay, I am a teacher's kid, and I have to say this first and foremost. Thank you so much for what you do. But also, Kevin, what made you decide to do this for your kids?
I've been teaching for 17 years, and engaging and connecting with my students is something that I really value as a teacher. And we were just a couple weeks into this whole stay-at-home order, and I was missing them a lot. And I can only imagine if I was lonely at home, like they probably were lonely at home too. So, being on social media, I saw a lot of people doing these like drive-by like birthday parades and things like that. So I said, well, how can I kind of do something like that with my own students? So I started brainstorming some ideas, and I emailed their parents, and I first asked for their permission. And came up with a schedule. I emailed them the schedule. I just reminded them that we would have to keep that, 10-foot distance. I encouraged everybody, to wear masks. And, I also was hoping, I've been inspired by so many amazing educators out there. So I was hoping that even this could be an opportunity to inspire some other people as well.
So tell us about the visits. What would happen?
It was an all-day event. I did it purposely over spring break because I didn't want to interfere with our own school's remote learning schedule. So like I said, I started at 8:00 a.m. and originally I thought I would just be driving to their house, and I kind of created these little care packages for each of my students because through this teaching at home now, they got to see my life a little bit more personally. So I had been showing them my own little edible garden that I have. And I decided to put some vegetable and flower seeds. I gave them some soil and some containers. I was going to just drop off this little care package to each of them and, probably wave to them from their front door. But I was so surprised because when I arrived at each of their houses, some of them had banners, some of them had signs, there were balloons. Like I couldn't believe what they did for me in such a short amount of time. So it was really cool. I actually wound up staying like 15 or 20 minutes with each of them, just, chit-chatting and having fun. Something that I'm going to remember, in addition to like those signs and posters, these kids made all of these beautiful, handmade cards for me. And it literally took me probably a week to read them all because like I was shedding like happy tears reading them, but it's just little things like that.
Well, wait, can you read one of the cards? I mean, if it's too personal, don't, but like, man, I bet we could all use some beautiful card from a fifth grader.
They know, they're going to be running the world one day. Here's one. This is just from a student. Her name's Addison. She wrote here, "Dear Mr. Butler, I know it's so hard that we have to stay home right now, but on the bright side, we will get through this together. What have you been doing? I'm really bored, but I get to go on bike rides, and guess what? My parents bought me a new bike. I can't wait to get back at school to see everybody. I hope you are enjoying spring break. I can't wait to see our classroom again. Thank you so much for coming to each of our houses. I miss you so, so much. This is so kind of you, from Patty." So it's a little things like that.
Can I point something out coming from a mama? We can't even get that many words out for them to say to us. The fact that you got a fifth grader to write that kind of card to you means you're an amazing man.
Oh, thank you.
Literally, my kids come home from school, I'm like, "How was your day?" And they're like, "Fine." And I'm like, that's what I get. That's all I get. Fine or good or the same or cool. So that's amazing. That's very telling that the time that she took to do that. Kevin, I understand you're continuing to bond with the students outside of academics. How so?
The parents are okay with the academics. They're okay with what we're doing every day in virtual school, but it's that whole social piece. So I've kind of thought outside of the box. I've done, we do like weekly game nights. So we play, it's totally optional, but they come on Zoom. We've done bingo, Pictionary. I actually sent them out on like a scavenger hunt around their house, which was kind of cool. We've had dance parties, all little things like that.
Oh my God, my kids love dance parties.
I know, right? And then last week, I persuaded my fitness teacher, my fitness trainer, to create like a kid-friendly type of workout that we could do together as a whole class. So last week we all jumped on Zoom and we worked out together live. They got a whole big kick out of it. So it was so much fun.
Well, we actually have some people in the Zoom waiting room who want to thank Kevin. So let's bring them in. Kevin, say hi to some of your students and their parents. Izzy and her mom, Leslie, Ellis and his mom, Lisa, and Hudson with her mom, Sharon. What's up, y'all? Kids, what do you want to say to Mr. Butler? He is a rad teacher.
Well, I just want to say, Mr. Butler, that you're an awesome teacher, and I'm not the best at speaking up for myself, but you really encourage me to do so, and you make me feel very welcome and comfortable to talk to you.
All right, well, Ellis and Hudson, what do you want to say to Mr. Butler?
Thank you for being a great teacher all year long and for teaching us digitally as well as you would face-to-face. I miss watching you teaching us while standing on the desks and your funny jokes. Thank you for making learning fun.
Oh my gosh. All right, Hudson, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Butler, for being the best teacher that I ever had, and I'm so lucky to be in your class this year. Thank you for doing everything you can just to make your students happy and feel special.
So clearly, Mr. Butler and his students are really close, but the kids want to know just how well he knows them. So they've put together a little pop quiz. Are you ready for this, Kevin?
I am.
He's like sweating. All right. So Izzy, you have the first question. Go for it.
So my question for you is, on Valentine's Day, though you were sick and out of school, do you remember the gift that I gave you?
Oh my goodness. You gave me, the holidays your mom made me this beautiful cake that I took all the way to North Carolina with me. Valentine's Day, I don't remember. Was it an apple heart? Like a chocolate apple?
No, it wasn't.
First of all, I'll take a chocolate apple if anyone wants to send that my way. What was the answer, Izzy?
So the answer, I gave you a box sign that said to the world, you're just a teacher, but to your students, you're a hero.
That's sitting on my desk. It's on my desk.
Oh my gosh, that's so kind. Okay, wait, Ellis, you're next.
Okay. What was our favorite game we played at Wolf Camp? And Kelly, Wolf Camp is basically a science camp the teachers take us to once a year, and we stay overnight.
That's cool. I want to go to Wolf Camp.
Wolf Camp was fun. I know the answer to this one. It was Name That Tune.
Yeah. I don't know if y'all seen me on Hollywood Game Night, but I crush a Name That Tune.
I'm sure you do.
You don't even want me to be part of your Wolf Camp. I will dominate Wolf Camp. That's fun. I love it though. Wolf Camp. I wish I would have gone to this school. Whatever. Okay, so Hudson, what's your question?
Okay, Mr. Butler. After math class, how did I injure my toe?
How did math class do? Oh God, how did you injure your toe? You dropped your computer on it.
Yes. Yeah, and Mr. Butler also, he saw that I was in pain and he took me to the nurse.
Aww. We have one more surprise for you, Kevin. You are doing amazing things, and when it's safe to travel, you really do deserve a break. That's why Riviera Nayarit and W Hotels are sending you and a guest on the ultimate luxury beach vacation to the W Punta de Mita in Mexico. You'll enjoy 6 nights of luxurious accommodations, hot and cold plunge pools, on-site surfing and yoga, a spa day for 2 at the Away Spa, and fantastic international restaurants. You're gonna have a good time. I'm just saying, if you need a friend, I can go.
All right.
Oh my God.
That is so generous. Thank you so much.
I just want to say thank you, especially from a teacher's kid. I really, really appreciate you and all that you're doing to help your kids, especially in this like tough time, and especially for all these mamas on here. They're like, thank you for the distraction. All right, well, Kevin, your kids and their parents are lucky to have you. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us.
Subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my channel. Please don't make me keep going.